What's up, Tricology family, and welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. I'm glad to be back with you guys. Been busy with my upcoming feature film that I'm working on. Been dealing with some personal issues and all other stuff, but hey, like I mentioned before in my post, that we will be back in August, and we are back. And I know I missed a lot of stuff, but we will cover some important parts for today's episode. And also, if you have not checked out my Epic Universe trip vlog, it's right on my YouTube page. You guys go and check that out. So that's what pretty much I posted what I was like gone with my feature film, vacation, and everything else. But other than that, let's get into some very important sports news, so that way and keep you guys updated on what's been going on in the world of sports. So you guys already know football, basketball is making its return. So when it comes to streaming, football will not only be on Prime, Paramount Plus, Peacock, and it's, you know what? It's basically going to be on every streaming network except for HBO Max. Because if you guys know, HBO Max is only for MLB and NHL. Well, it used to be for basketball, but not anymore. But we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, NFL is going to be on every streaming network that you could think of. Netflix, Prime, Peacock, Paramount Plus, except for HBO Max. And now, going into the NBA. So, I guess we're living in retro time because the NBA is back on NBC. That's right, y'all. Yeah, it's back on NBC for those who have cable. But as far as streaming is concerned, it's going to be on NBC and Peacock, Prime, and yep, that's pretty much it as far as like streaming is concerned. So, but now going into WWE and UFC. So, in case if y'all not aware, I do have another second company with Respect the Comment podcast, and of course, you know, we also be doing live streams on WWE pay-per-views. So if you have not checked it out, we always be live streaming. We just did a live stream yesterday for Triple Mania, so don't miss out on NXT Heatwave and Clash of Paris for the rest of this year. But going back to WWE and UFC, so if you have not heard the news, WWE is officially in the Disney era. That's right. So next year, WWE will not stream their pay-per-views on Peacock no more. So it will now stream their pay-per-views on ESPN, starting with ESPN's new streaming service. And get this, it will now be $30. I know, but how we can get watch pay-per-view for free if we have ESPN on cable? Well, good news for y'all. If you have Spectrum, DirecTV, Verizon, I know they mentioned Hulu to TV, but I think Hulu TV is going to be gone along with the Hulu streaming service that is going to be gone next year. So yeah, with those cable subscribers that I mentioned, if you have those, you can watch the WWE pay-per-view free with no extra cost, and you don't have to get the ESPN streaming app. So yeah, and I know there are going to be some people like, what other ways we can watch it free? So if you guys know how to use VPN and you have the Netflix account, so try to use a VPN and log into another different country, and you can watch the WWE pay-per-views on Netflix there. So That's another one way to do it. But as far as AEW, yeah, it's still on pay-per-view format, so ain't not much they can say about too much about that. But as far as UFC, starting next year, all their UFC pay-per-views and event will now be on CBS and Paramount Plus. Yep. Yeah. Talk about don't have to spend no more $50 on UFC pay-per-views. Now it's going to be cheaper now. So that is definitely a great deal there. So that is very awesome news. But now moving forward, just in case, I want to get this out early as possible so that way y'all can get ready for the fall season. So in case y'all didn't know, it's by around that time again where we're almost at the end of the summer season. So it's time to get ready for our upcoming 2025 fall movies that's coming out there between the month of September and October. So now titles and dates are still subject to change or postpone at any time. But here is the list that's coming out starting first in September. September 5th, we have The Conjuring Last Rites and Twinless. September 12th, we have Downton Abbey, the grand finale, and Stephen King's The Long Walk. September 19th, we have Him and A Big Bold Beautiful Journey. And then to end out September, on September 26th, we have One Battle After Another, Gabby's Dollhouse the movie, and The Strangers Chapter 2. Now, going into October, starting October 3rd, we have The Smashing Machine, Amity, and Shelby Oaks. October 10th, we have Tron Ares, Roofman, After the Hunt, Kiss of the Spider Woman, and Souls of Fire. October 17th, we have The Black Phone 2, Good Fortune, and Blue Moon. And then to end out in October, we have Mortal Kombat 2, Deliver Me From Nowhere, Regretting You, and Bugger. So that is your upcoming fall movies. Which ones are you looking forward to? So, yeah. And now, with that out of the way, hopefully by next week's episode, I'll give you my, either next week or the following week, I'll give you my top 10 best summer movies of this year. I know it's kind of still early, but I'll wait until then. Depends on what's my schedule looking like for the rest of the of this month. But yeah, and but to close out this episode, I'm gonna give y'all a movie review with the latest movie that I saw this weekend, and that is Nobody 2. Yeah, this is the sequel to the 2021's Nobody. So this is like some way another duplicate of John Wick. Say like, if you can't hire John Wick, you get nobody. Yeah. So this was pretty good. It had the same energy as the first one, but as far as like the kills and the action, it definitely one up it on the first one, which was pretty good. But it's like, it's nothing, you know, like too exciting that like really like gets everybody open arms. But it still was a good solid sequel, and I recommend everybody go check it out. And for this grade, I'll give it a B plus with an 8.5 out of 10 score. So that was a pretty good there. And with that being said, that's all I have for you guys today. If you're watching me on YouTube or YouTube Music, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell when new episodes or any other videos uploaded. And of course, if you're listening on Spotify or any other podcast platform, don't forget to follow me there as well. And with that being said, this is Trico, and I'm signing off, y'all. Peace.